Hello, Nigerian, wherever you are watching me from, I want to welcome you once again to our great channel, the Info Nexus. Like I always say, this is a channel that will continue to bring you all you need to know as we run up to the 2027 general elections. Uh, like I always say, the only way to go in this election, this coming election, is for us to defend our vote, is for us to vote, defend our vote, and also defend ourselves. That is the only way to go. Whoever is telling you there's another way, the person is telling you a lie. And the person is just telling you, giving you false hope. Now, for you to know that what I'm saying is the right way to go, what I'm saying is the right to do, you have seen that Tinubu has already concluded all the machineries he will use in rigging the 2027 general elections. The last one that I told you that I was going to bring in was the INEC chairman, which was named, I think, last 2 weeks or the last week or so. I can't even remember his name. I was named as the current chairman of INEC. Like I said, Tinubu is preparing himself to use these three institutions they use in ringing election in Nigeria. You have the main umpire, which is the INEC. Then you have the police and the judiciary. He had judiciary already, and the police now he has completed it while appointing the new INEC chairman. And he said it was a decision by the state council of state. Uh, I am yet to see where that meeting was held. The council of state meeting that unanimously agreed that this current chairman should be the INEC chairman. Tinubu has made himself again. He has succeeded in pronouncing himself as the council of state. He is the council of state. He is the council of state and is the president. So himself alone appointed this guy as the correct INEC chairman, and it begins to show you that he has already prepared himself for how he will rig the 2027 general election, like just what he did in 2023 general election. Like I said, even if Mahmoud tenure was not expired, has not expired, he would have as well removed Mahmoud, because like I always told you, I said he will remove Mahmoud. The reason being because he's having that fear that the northern elite will pressurize Mahmoud not to rig the election to his favor. It's why you see the likes of El-Rufai and the rest were jumping all over the place, saying that they are going to remove Tinubu the way they remove Jonathan. I think one thing El-Rufai forget to realize is this: you did not remove Jonathan. Jonathan decided to leave by himself. Because had Jonathan wanted power, I'm still saying it, had Jonathan been desperate for power, even if you form, a coalition of 100 coalitions, you would remove Jonathan. Jonathan, right from day one, says that he will not want the blood of any Nigeria to be split because of his ambition. That's why he simply allow you guys to rig them out, because the election was rigged. Whether you believe it or not, 2050 election that brought in Buhari was rigged by Jega. I keep saying it. That is a fact. I know some people will say this is conspiracy theory. If you like, say whatever you like, but that's what it is. The 2050 election that brought in Buhari was rigged by Jega, because that is why they brought him in. Jonathan never knew him. They gave him to Jonathan. Jonathan accepted. That was the regret. Jonathan said he had to tomorrow, that he would have accepted someone he didn't know as the INEC chairman, the person that rigged him out of the election. So, Mr. El-Rufai, let me send this message very clear to you that Tinubu is not Jonathan. Tinubu can do whatever can do anything to get to power, can do just like he did in 2033. So he doesn't care who dies. So if you think Tinubu is Jonathan, better go and rethink, because the last interview you granted on channel with Chio Kubale, you were saying Say we should go and ask Jonathan, he was removed. Jonathan was rigged out. It was not because of the coalition. It was because you guys, the northern elite, the so-called northern elite politicians, you gang up, brought INEC chairman, whom you already told to rig the election to Buhari's favor, and Jonathan never knew of it. It was when the result was announced, when Jagad announced the election was he rigged, that's why it became dawn on Jonathan. Yes, I was surrounded by people that betrayed me, So this is why Jonathan was removed, not because of your coalition or whatsoever. So I am letting you guys know that the only way to go in this election is not coalition. The only way to go in this election is for us to defend our vote. Is for us to vote and defend our vote. Like I said, Tinubu has already created a roadmap. He has already designed all what he will use, the tools he will use, INEC, the police, and the judiciary to rig the 2027 general election. The judiciary will finish the dirty job in the Supreme Court, just like they did in 2023. So he has gotten a three institution he will use. So this clearly tells you that even if you form a coalition of 100 political parties coming together, they are not going to be able to remove Tinubu. The only way to remove him is to vote and defend our vote. If the likes of Rufai is so passionate about Nigeria, like he said he wants Nigeria to work because Nigeria is not working now, he should be working towards how to support the young people to defend their vote, not coalition. Coalition is not the way. Mr. Rufai, if you are hearing me, if you want to make Nigeria great, you want to make the 2027 general election, count, and the person that the Nigeria vote for, declared as winner, what you should be doing now should be making ways to make sure the vote of every Nigeria is protected. The vote of every Nigeria is counted, not coalition. Because it was not the coalition you formed in 2015 that removed Jonathan. It was Jega. You used Jega to rig the election, to manipulate the election in favor of Buhari, not coalition. So, if you are watching me right now and you are a true Nigerian and want Nigeria to work again, and you want this 2027 election, general election, to produce the candidate you want to make Nigeria great, the responsibility is for us to come together to begin to, map out ways, to begin to think out ways on how we are going to vote and defend our vote. Like I said, when the election is coming very closer, for let's say from towards the end of 2026, I'll begin to give you videos on what we need to do, on strategies or what we need to do so that we can defend and vote and defend our vote. Like I said, I have already mapped out what I will do in my locality, in my polling unit, and we are going to all come together and vote and defend our vote. Like polling unit in my area and those polling units, around my local government, how we are going to assist them to vote, to defend their vote. This is what I want every Nigerian. If you want your vote to count, if you want 2027 general election not to be like what 2023 general election was, because these guys are planning to even make it more dangerous, to even make it more. The rigging will be far more pronounced in 2027 because right now, look at the election they've conducted after 2023. It's even worse. Look at the Edo State election when they took the result to Abuja to declare the current governor right now, who doesn't even know from his left to right in Edo State. Look at what they did in other states in the election that after the 2023 general elections. So that shows you they are building a template. They are telling you that what is going to happen in 2027 will be far more worse than what happened in 2023. So this is why coalition is not the way. The right way, what we need to do for us to get the candidate of our choice, for us to, the person that we voted for to be announced, the result to be announced according to how we voted, is for us to plan on how we are going to vote and defend our vote. Like I said, speaking about electoral reform is also good, even though we understand that this current crop of National Assembly are not going to do anything about it. But even when we speak about it, say it loud, let them know that even though they are not going to amend the electoral laws, which we are sending message to them, clear message to them that 2027 is not going to be business as usual. 2027 is not going to be as 2023, when all elections, presidential elections, were manipulated, were rigged to one man's favor. When they use Mahmoud, a so-called useless professor, criminal called professor. Like now, he's been booted out. I mean, he was booted out shamefully. He was removed, even though they said his tenure is over. He was disgraced out of office to the extent that he was asked to be arrested if he refused to leave. Now they are still haunting him. Like I said, Mahmoud, as long as you put Nigeria, you have decided to put Nigeria in this mess, because the singular action you took on election day when you switch off server is what has put Nigeria to this mess right now. Your life, you will never know peace. You will never know peace, because if a toddler know that you manipulated that election, you switch off server at the middle of the election, because when the election was going on, you guys saw that Obi was winning. The result were trooping in, and they instructed you from above to switch off the server so that your money will be fat. They give you bribe, they bribed you, they paid you to switch off the server at the middle election. This was a server that you collected over 300 billion Nigeria taxpayer money to conduct. And at the end of the day, you said it was a glitch. Till today, nobody has knew the kind of glitch that happened. It was not a glitch. You switched off the server. So the evil you did in 2023 will begin to haunt you. As long as the singular action you took in that election day, 2023 election day, as long as it has affected the killings of Nigeria, as long as it has led to the hunger that Nigeria is passing through now, as long as it has led to the suffering Nigeria is passing through now, you never know peace. That money they've given to you, you will not spend it in peace. Read my lips. Because you are the worst INEC chairman Nigeria has ever produced. The criminal INEC chairman Nigeria has ever produced. The most dangerous INEC chairman Nigeria has ever produced. In fact, you are worse than terrorists in Nigeria, Mahmoud, the so-called professor. Now, let me send a message to you, the current INEC chairman. If you think you can manipulate this election the way Mahmoud did and go free, go and rethink. It's not going to be business as usual. You cannot just, the life of millions of Nigeria, turn it all upside down and think you will just go home in peace. No, I am not asking you to rig election in favor. To rig election in favor of my candidate. No, declare a result and declare the winner. Whoever wins, declare that person the winner. Count the vote. Let the vote of every Nigerian count. Give to every candidate whatever vote he has gotten and declare whoever wins. If a free and fair election is conducted, Tinubu wins. In fact, it will be very brilliant. Declare Tinubu as the winner. But if it is the other way around, and you fail to declare the winner of election, and you decide to do what Mahmoud did in 2023, don't think it's going to be easy with you. I'm just sending this message to you to be warned. Conduct a free and fair election, or else you are not going to have it very easy. Because you are not going to just throw the life of many Nigerians just as Mahmoud did and is walking free right now. You are not going to do that and think you are going to have peace. I know Mahmoud is not having peace now, even though it's the money they give to him, I know he's not spending the money in peace. So if you think you are going to collect billions and also through Nigeria, whatever they are facing now, even double it, better rethink. And I wish you will use this position they've given to you and clean the mess and write your name with a golden pen in this coming election, 2027 general election. I wish you use this position to clean the mess the so-called criminal called Mahmoud has caused.